Hello and welcome back to another speed build. Once again, I'm Morgan, and today we're going to be building, like I promised, the friend's apartment. Okay, well, sorry if I sound a little tired. I am tired. It is very late. I haven't been able to sleep. I'm kind of sick. But hopefully you guys will bear with me. So this build took forever. I think it took me like 3 hours altogether, which is fine. I enjoy it. I had a lot of fun making this. I did not really decorate the interior of the like the apartment building. I did Monica and Rachel's apartment, but other than that, I'm gonna have to come back and do the other ones. So you can see me designing the exterior, all that good stuff. I did look up pictures of the exterior and attempted to kind of recreate the whole theme. I couldn't find the exact kind of paint colors, like bricklayering, stuff like that, that are in the pictures, but I think it turned out looking pretty similar. It looks like a condo kind of type thing. It just took me forever. I was kind of being a little like picky about everything and wanted everything to look great. So it's partially my fault, or it is my fault completely, but I just wanted to, make it look good. And I think it turned out really nice. I was actually worried for a little bit that my video, like my streaming software was done because I still didn't have the red blinking light. So from what I've seen, we got all of it. Fingers crossed. I'm gonna be very bummed if we didn't, just because I worked so hard on this, and I have pictures and stuff like that I can put up there, but it just really doesn't, it's not the same, I guess. Alright, so see, I had to like look up how to do a couple of things. I kind of just started right here. I started trying to. I wanted to do a fire escape because I think that really makes the buildings look like they're in a city, like what they're supposed to look like. So I spent a while trying to figure out how to do that. And from how they turned out, I couldn't really figure out how to put a staircase on there. I put like a spiral staircase that kind of just squishes in there. But other than that, I really just kind of had to improv a lot. I think it turned out looking authentic. I mean, I think that looks good. If you don't, you can download this and take it down. I don't really care. I'm open to any opinions about this. Yeah, so this is gonna be a long video. I kind of wish I didn't spend so much time on the exterior in the beginning because I end up kind of screwing up with it once I start building the inside. So yeah, that's just a bummer. But I think overall, like, I was really happy with the final product. So I think it's good that that I spent so much time on it, and I guess yeah. So they did have this little red corner store on it. Oh, sorry you guys, I'm so tired all of a sudden. Just don't feel very good. But I'm gonna try and make it through this. Oh God, it's been not even halfway. So yeah, I'm trying to think what I can talk to you guys about. I mean, I normally don't really start talking until maybe we start doing the interior, just because I told you I'm not very confident with my skills with the exterior of buildings and houses that I make. This one I was actually kind of happy with. It looked good. It looked authentic. It looked like, what I felt like it was supposed to look like. But other than that, like, I just think the feel, it looks like it's in the city. I kind of just swapped out a lot within San Myshuno, which is the city that comes with the expansion pack for city living in Sims 4, and I think I swapped out a karaoke bar. I think it's in the fashion district, so it's the one right in the middle. From what I can remember is what I did. Yeah, you just drop it in there, swap out the lot. I think it's a 30 by 20, so I theoretically could work on any lot. It's just, it looks cooler when it's in the city. Yeah. One thing that does kind of suck about Sims, I think, is that things aren't compact enough. I feel like things are often like very spread out, just look clean, but at the same time, I think clean doesn't look like it's livable, So I don't know. That's why I've really gotten into clutter, because your houses look kind of boring if you don't have a ton of clutter and look like people are actually living in the house. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think it was fine, honestly. Um, yeah, so you see, I'm happy with the exterior. It's starting to come along. I actually, yeah, okay, there you go. There we go. I swap it out. All right, so here's when I am trying to figure out where to put the stairs because I kind of wanted to do like that whole hallway. You know, you can when people like come down the hallway and friends. I don't know how many. Hopefully, you guys all seen it. It's a great show. But I just wanted to make it look as authentic as possible. I ended up having to switch the staircase to the other side that I wanted just because I wanted to. I wanted to make enough room for being able to do what I want to do. Oh my god. Excuse me. Alright, so yeah, I had to play around with this is when I kind of screwed up the exterior. Okay, yeah, so there we go. When I kind of screwed up the exterior because I just realized I didn't have enough room for what I was trying to do. I'd been looking up blueprints all day just to really see how it is structured. I think the next build I'll do is Joey and Chandler's apartment. But yeah, that's definitely for another day because I'm just exhausted. I'm probably burnt out. Never thought I'd be burnt out of Sims, but I am right now. Which is, it's fine. I mean, I've done a lot of builds in the past couple days. Um, so if you guys like this, I can actually put it up on the store and you guys can download it and put it in your world. But once again, I maybe have 1 or 2 subscribers, so you know maybe someone else out there who's watching this who will find use for this. But you know, until then, you guys are just gonna have to bear with me and watching the speed builds, stuff like that. Yeah, so where it's paused, I feel really bad about that, is me just looking at pictures of the house. And I know I should have cut that out, but I've already, you know, added music, stuff like that. So I wanted to make it look as real as possible. And there were a lot of parts of the house that, unfortunately, you know, you don't really see on the show just because that's where they're filming from. So it was a little challenging to kind of improv what they have there. I think I left it a little more empty than it should be, but I mean, it's fine, honestly. If you move in here, you can put whatever you want in there. It's just they just don't ever tell you what's over there. Um, yeah, so I actually got some custom content that was made exactly for the friend's apartment, and so it just made it really easy to kind of know where I was going with the build. So that's why I'm proud of it. I really do, with all my heart, think it looks like the friend's apartment. Um, you know, I thought about plopping Monica and Rachel in there, but was too tired. And you know, maybe another year I'll go back and actually make friends. I was trying to download it from the store, but I was having all these connection issues with it. So I decided, you know, it'll be a problem for another day. I wanted to get this video out and published, and then probably gonna go to bed soon. It's 3:30 here at college. I mean, it's finals week, so everybody's kind of up, and my juices were kind of flowing. So I was like, oh, let me do this. But yeah, I'm starting to hit a wall now. So, you know, again, you're gonna have to bear with me with a lot of this, just because it is. I'm so exhausted. Yeah. So my favorite part of this house this build has to be the kitchen. I think the kitchen just looks exactly like the show, which is kind of cool. I'm proud of that. I was kind of able to capture that. Okay, so also I wanted to talk about this. I forgot about this. So in the custom content, they gave me like a sink to use, you know, the specific one that they use, but I couldn't find any counters to match it. I couldn't really like work it into the diagonal that I wanted it to. So I just kind of skipped out on that. I tried to add like a curtain to see if I could make it look at least a little bit more, but it didn't work. Whatever, it's fine. We'll move on. I'm just happy that it turned out so great. Yeah, so I have been, God, yeah, exams are coming up next week. I'm just gonna talk now, like, about my life, how exams are coming up next week. I only have like 1 or 2, so it works out really nicely. Everybody complains about the load in college, and so far college has been pretty straightforward for me about just getting my work done and doing the best of my ability. And I mean, I go to school in Arizona, so I'm with a bunch of different types of kids, stuff like that. But I love it here, and I love the people, and I just think everybody here is so down to earth and fun. So it's been a nice change. I'm from Northern California by the Bay Area, so yeah, it's a lot different. So yeah, you can see I'm kind of playing around with the rugs. I have this sped up to 8 times, which is normally pretty fast, and I'm kind of like talking really fast. But with this, it actually feels like way too slow, just because I'm spending so much time looking through all the different things. So I wanted to find ones that looked exactly like the pieces on the show, and so. Oh, good. I'm gonna be yawning this whole thing. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so what was cool about the pack, or the custom content pack that I got, is it actually kind of just led me throughout the house. I was referencing pictures, and it was actually the best feeling when I would open up something and see that that I already had like exactly what they were looking for. But yeah, I think it was a really good call for me to do that. All right, so now we're going with I've like one of the last things I did was actually kind of painting. So that's what was kind of weird about this, is I kind of skipped around, but whatever. Bear with me. I feel like I'm saying that a lot. You guys don't have to bear with me. I'm just trying to make this look like the friend's house. I don't really know what's out on the porch. I watch Friends. My mom watches Friends. My sister watches Friends. But I don't know the house like the back of my hand, so it was a little more difficult, just because I don't know everything. I'm hoping the next house I can do maybe is the iCarly apartment, which would be fun. The only problem with stuff like that is that I don't know the layout really, of at least of the upstairs. I know there's like an upstairs part of that apartment, and sometimes the layout that they kind of insinuate in the show just doesn't really make that much sense. But we'll see. I'm gonna try and do that. I think that could turn out looking really cool. I mean, a lot of people do speed builds of Friends. I've seen a lot of Full House, Elsa's Frozen Castle, Hogwarts, stuff like that. So I like to do kind of things that are different. Like the New Girl apartment, I hadn't found anybody who did that, so that's why I felt so special when I did it. And that is an apartment that I do know about at the back of my hand, which is nice. All right, so here I'm doing the walls. I don't know why this took me. It took me days to find like the perfect. I was trying to find one that had like paneling, because it kind of had that in the apartment, but I wanted that purple color because I didn't think it would look right if I did like a light blue or anything. So I just skipped the whole paneling thing, and it was whatever. So yeah, and what's cool is that wallpaper in that back room that I just put on there, it looks exactly like the one in the show. Also, I know the chairs are probably not green on the show, but I don't know. I'd been using the same pieces in a lot of places, so I thought I'd use a different color at least. Then this, I really couldn't find a dresser that didn't like take up 90% of the room, so I just had to, not include that. It always kills me when I can't like include something from the show, but I've had to let go of the really little things, just because for my insanity levels. So we're still working on the main room. Yeah, so that was an example of like something that was in the show that they just like was on in the custom content, and I was like, oh, they do have it. That's awesome. I'm just kind of putting a lot of clutter. I told you I really like to do that. You should wait. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's the kitchen. This is like so much. This is kind of like reminds me of the New Girl one. There's just so much space that needs to be filled. I'm kind of just putting random stuff. This time it's actually food though, so it's actually stuff that belongs in the kitchen. So that's a win, I think. Yeah, so I mean, I'm hoping to make people to live in this. I kind of just plop random people there normally, just so I can take the screenshots and then kind of get lost and make the video for you guys. So I normally just plop random people, but I think that eventually I'm going to want to make friends, but I think I need to finish the other apartments, and Ross and Phoebe also have an apartment too. I don't know. I'm kind of friends out right now, if that makes sense. Just because, I don't know, I've been working on it all night, looking at pictures all night, starting to feel a little sick, like, I can't even think about it right now. Yeah, so, also if you look at the fridge on there, they actually have, it's a fridge from the custom content, so it actually it has pictures of the characters on it, which is really cool. So yeah, that's another space that I didn't know really what was in there. Moving on a little bit more. Um, there's a feature that I love and that I hate is like when you click on the walls and then it just selects the whole room. It's kind of a pain in the ass though sometimes, just because I'll click that and then I'll click like shift and then, or like the little greater than less than symbols, which means to turn it, to rotate it, and it'll just, and I'll accidentally do that and it'll just rotate the whole room. And so I don't know, it's just a hassle. That and accidentally pressing the M button. I don't know who plays Sims on here, but accidentally pressing the M button and taking forever to download the map, and then you're waiting for that. That just was never, that always frustrates me too. Alright, so we're finally moving into the bedrooms. We have Monica's room right here, and I couldn't tell. I have a bed that I ended up using in Rachel's room, but like, I didn't know who for sure whose was. When I looked whose was whose, I looked up Monica's room online, and the bed that they had there, I mean, I realized the rooms kind of changed throughout the season, which is a little difficult because I'd be doing like one part of the room from one season and then one part from the other, and so that was just a little difficult because I don't like when people change things up on me. Yeah, so I just remember the one episode where I forget who it was Phoebe, maybe Joey, I forget who, someone will have to tell me, but they get locked in Monica's room, and so that was where I got most of the pictures, is from that episode. So yeah, a little funny story. Yeah, so the wall that is like against Rachel's room, or what will be Rachel's room, is one that I just think was too bland, which is a little difficult just because, I don't know. I just didn't know what it looked like. Again, like the filming was done through there, so they don't really ever show what that wall has. I'm sure it's not even a real wall. It's like a studio, but you know, whatever. Okay, so I kind of have to, I'm in this habit of just like making random rooms, but just like not putting any opening to them, so like it's just like a block of space that like can make the rooms a better shape. As if they're too big or they're not the right size, sometimes it's just not the same. All right, so that's the infamous bed that I was confused as to who got what. But later I think I went in, I think I was still filming when I did this. I had to have been. I did, yeah, I think I was, and I found the quilt that goes on top of Rachel's bed, so it worked out really nicely. I don't think that pod is actually in her room, but I just thought I'd add that myself, so it makes it look a little more like it's being lived in. Yeah, I just doing some finishing touches on Rachel's room. Oh god, do not feel well, you guys, but hopefully I'm going to bed after this. Lots of shoes. Rachel probably loves her shoes. Yeah, so I had to kind of fiddle around a little bit with the spacing, stuff like that, but I think the sizes for the rooms turned out perfect. I wanted to see if I wanted to add like some pillows there. I think modern day Rachel would do that, but again, like this is from the 90s, stuff like that. Nobody's really looking to modernize the Friends set. Yeah, so now we're going to move on to the little bathroom. The only pictures that were from that were when Chandler was really into taking baths. So I always remember that episode, and it was just really funny. So I just put a huge bath in there. Chandler can bathe in there. Yeah, so I just think it turned out looking really authentic, and I love that. I think this is the last room, and we're going to be heading into the slideshow reel of pictures. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so there's the outside of the building. I edited the building a lot after just to fix it. Yeah, so there's the kitchen. Overall, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I'm gonna sign off a little early, you guys. I am so tired, and I just want to get this uploaded and then be done with it. But yeah, you know, anybody who's watching and is at this point, thank you so much. Like, you have no idea how much help that gives me. You know, I've been doing this for years, and I love it, and so I just wanted to give this back and show people how, and kind of just show off how I can do. Oh, there's the quote. And so I just really hope you enjoyed this, and leave a like and subscribe and let me know what you want me to build. Probably gonna be taking a little break, but I'll probably be back in 1 or 2 days. So yeah, just leave a comment, like, subscribe, share. Thank you guys so much.